That's always been my biggest fear.
Yeah. Me too. We are now live
We
again.
are live once again. Thank you very much, Mr. Spencer Love, for that. So like this video if you've already liked the other one. Please like this one too.
Yeah.
Yeah, Blair, same thing. I've worried about doing that in the past too, and like here comes the boss.
Yeah. It's been my one fear is that I'll accidentally end a stream early and be like, well.
That's too funny. That's too funny. Yeah, it got out on Twitter at least too.
Yeah.
Oh, that's good.
Too funny. We were talking about, so yeah, if you're joining us now, you can catch the first part of our conversation on a different video output, but we were talking about night 2 and what we're excited for. You were talking about Bailey and Io, Lawrence.
Yeah. That like I felt they fully deserved the night 1 main event slot, and like it's too bad because like she's the Royal Rumble winner, and at times like the women's one especially, sometimes you feel like the winner of that is like an afterthought. But like she's also been trying to tell a great story with Io and Damage Control, and like with Dakota and all them. Like it's gonna be a hell of a match, and like I'm I think most excited for that one tonight. But like I'm very excited for what they're gonna do with this whole card. Although Ophelia mentioned it earlier, I am very stoked. I was very happy to see Jason Kelsey pop up in night 1. Like my tribal chief who immediately took off his shirt, finished his story. For those who remember the after party of him with his brother and Taylor Swift, were like his brother and Taylor Swift are like 5 feet to his right, and they're having like this nice moment after like him celebrating his Super Bowl win. And Jason Kelsey is shirtless in the DJ booth wearing a luchador mask he found on the floor.
Hell yeah.
And of course, coming out, and I know the Philadelphia Eagles enough that I, without fail, in the mask, I'm like, that's Jason Kelsey, that's Lane Johnson. You ain't fooling me, guys. I watch too many Eagles games. But yeah, like that was a very happy moment for me, and I'm very excited for night 2. But also, Blair,
Yes.
Out of the independent shows you've seen this week, which ones did you enjoy the most?
I really enjoyed that DDT show, which I watched Thursday night, and I didn't think I'd like it as much as I would, but like it was solid. It was an introduction to like a lot of new wrestlers for me. And I mean, everyone in there, they crushed it. It was a good mix of like having some, high flying wrestling, some, some of the more, the table spots, all that, some comedy. Like it was a good mix.
Yeah.
And I mean, I said it on For Exposure, but the Mao Billy Starks match, I mean, that was just fantastic. Great piece of work there. So I really liked it. Seeing, Chitan and Dan the Dad and just everyone else. Like it was just a good time, and that's what I love with wrestling. It's like a little bit of everything for everyone in there.
Yeah, like I watched one of the things that like I didn't think, just because I didn't know that much about it, and like I had it on, I'm like, I'll keep it on, see, I might do chores or something at the same time. But the GCW versus TJPW show was great. Like the mix of like GCW people with the TJ, getting introduced to them. So many fun characters on there, and like they're all so talented, and I'm happy like they get further introduced to American audience, because like they were like from the first TJPW show that they had this week, from like the girl who took the camera lens off and like in one solid move put it back on as she's dancing and singing, was just like, and like all the matches were so fun. And like,
fellas, as indie wrestling talk continues, I'm actually going to have to bow out for this latter half of the stream. One more mental image I want to leave you with as we broach night 2, hoping Kevin Owens wins, and we have Sammy and Kevin with the Intercontinental and US titles embracing in the ring. That's the mental image I want to take away from WrestleMania tonight.
Hell yeah.
Anyway, friends, good seeing you.
Yeah.
Enjoy WrestleMania night 2 and whatever else you might be watching today.
See you, buddy.
Later, Zach.
I'm going to try not to end the stream.
If you end it, we're done.
Yeah.
I did see the Ring of Honor show too. So that was
Yeah.
Friday night. I did sit down and I checked out that show, and that was a good time as well. I mean, it was. I don't really watch weekly Ring of Honor. There's just not enough time. But AEW and Ring of Honor have done enough consistently great things with their pay-per-views that like I'm not going to watch the weekly stuff, but I'll definitely check out the big events.
Yeah. Are you gonna watch night 2 tonight?
Probably not.
Yeah.
Just like it's tough because I do a lot of wrestling related things.
Yeah.
And to be like, hey, honey, let's watch 6 hours of wrestling on a Sunday night because I'm sure that's exactly what you want to do. Just doesn't really fly that well. So
Yeah.
tomorrow I'm off, so I'll be catching up on a lot of stuff I didn't get to check out.
Yeah. Like I was on stream last night, and like there was a little bit of hope at like, oh, I might get out earlier than I thought, because like I counted, and like Sean Ross Sapp also did like a bet or like a contest for like how long the main event's entrances were going to be.
Mhm.
And like I looked at the clock, and I'm being generous here from like the start, but like the Sammy Gunther match ended at 9:40, almost like 9:50, I would say, maybe like 9:49. They didn't like, there wasn't a punch thrown or anything that happened till about 10:15.
Mhm.
And like even then, like the show ended past 11, and they had like over an hour and like 20 minutes. Like that main event did drag on. Like I knew it. Like I'm looking at the clock. Like maybe I get out of here at 10:30. Like I'm like in my head, I'm like it's probably gonna be around 10:45. Like this ramp isn't that big. But like it. I'm looking at the clock. I'm like, wow, they still haven't done anything yet, and it's like 10:15. I'm not leaving here till 3 a.m. I'm on the stream for over 7 hours.
Look, it doesn't matter the company. I will say it wholeheartedly for anyone. Like 3 hours for a pay-per-view. That's all I want.
Yeah.
That's all I need. Give me 3 hours. We're good. Like back when the takeovers during like the glory or takeover shows where it was 4 or 5 matches, 2.5 hours tops.
Yeah.
Perfect. That's what I want. But 5-6 hours, it's tough to sit through that.
Yeah. But like I think in all fairness, I think it topped out because I started a little early. I was looking at I was on stream for like a little under 5 hours, but I started at 6:30, so there's like about 4.5 ish,
Mhm.
maybe a little less the total pay-per-view time for like night 1.
Yeah. No, I just it's and I think tonight there's like one less match announced, but I'm sure that with the entrances and everything, like it's going to be a long show too.
Like NXT started bringing back pre-show matches. Like I would have said and I said it on stream too last night, that the Rey Mysterio match that could have been a pre-show match. I felt like that had big, like, and it also paces the show better because you get the crowd gets that boost of energy and that like pop right before the show, heats them up before the show, which is also like figuratively and literally because everyone apparently that was freezing last night.
Mhm.
They are in the Northeast, and granted it's April. April's still a grab bag at this point. Like our climate's fuck. You don't like April. I don't know what's gonna happen anymore. Like
what are you saying? Climate change is real?
Welcome to my alt-right podcast. We're getting that alt-right money now, dog. No,
Alt-right brunch.
It's a lie. You want to hear what's going on about vaccines? Next topic: high-value males.
Just clown shit.
We're sponsored by Gold and Dude Wipes. Dude Wipes. Yeah, I'm on my third ex-wife. Who's asking? I use them to wipe my tears.
I think it was Trevor Dame who tweeted out. It was something along the lines of like, imagine Brett versus Owen at WrestleMania, but there's Dude Wipes ad all over the ring.
I probably had 30 different Dude Wipe jokes last night. Oh, capitalism.
Dude wipes.
Like the amount of money they made on those ads last night is just like yes, it takes it away from it a little bit because it is so glaring and it's everywhere. But man, they are just making money hand over fist, huh?
Like just hitting that fragile male ego demographic where it's like, no, you can't use regular wipes. You need to use dude wipes.
What's up, pussy? using that regular wet paper? Fuck that. That's some cuck shit.
Dude wipes here.
Dude wipes. We make sure you fuck the neighbor's wife. Not because he uses just regular wet paper with soap on it. Pussy ass.
Dude wipes in the new red pill container.
Yeah.
Just the dumbest shit.
But yes, WrestleMania.
Dude wipes. WrestleMania. This is not an alt-right brunch podcast. Yeah. Do not be scared.
I love the second Zach left. It took a hard turn.
Well, to the new stream.
January 6th. I knew it was the leftist that did it all along. I'm just saying. And Jericho's wife was nowhere to be seen. Not there. Fake news.
I'm into this. I need to go back and rewatch Lawrence going on about dude wipes.
Oh man,
shit.
But yes, I did generally enjoy WrestleMania Night 1. I'd say it's like a solid 7 out of 10. Like, definitely bolstered by that Sammy match because they built the emotion throughout. And, like, Jay and stuff just, I mean, like everything you want for pro wrestling, you got a lot of that last night. And it did set up night 2 nicely. But, like, yeah, I think, like, so far it's been a great week of wrestling.
Yeah, and like they have, I mean, in the next few months, I mean, they have the new Clash of the Castle show coming out. Yeah. They have, I think, a show in Berlin as well. So, like, you want to have Drew, you want to have Gunther, you want to have those guys like in that main event scene for when they do head over to Europe. So it makes sense that now is the time that Sammy took the title off Gunther and he can go to that next level.
Yeah, but like there's the 2 points. One, they're if Drew doesn't win the title tonight, I don't know what the fuck they're doing because he's got the empty net. Everything's happening exactly like he said he would. Like he is built too strong to lose this match to Seth Rollins, who's battered and bruised. And with that said, Damian Priest has to be the single worst Money in the Bank winner ever. He legitimately, at multiple points throughout that match last night, had both heavyweight champions down dead to rights. Like, they were both legitimately unconscious after taking huge bumps. He could have cashed in even after the main event. Seth was banged up on one leg, laying in the corner. Why wouldn't you cash in at that point?
Yeah.
Like, you've held it on this long. You've had, like, if he cashes in and loses, like, it would solidify him as the, like, worst money in the, because if you're going to hold it this long, there has to be a decent reason why. And it has to be such an easy win that you take it, and that's the reason you cashed it in. But, like, go ahead.
I was going to say, like, I would love for him to cash in tonight in the same vein that Rollins did back at WrestleMania 31, I think it was. Like, I think that would be a great, like, touch to the story.
Yeah, I feel that's fair. Which, like, I feel could happen because Drew did call him out for not cashing in on him earlier, like the last time it happened, because he screwed him over. And, like, he's like, why didn't you I was going to win. You could have cashed it on me afterwards, after I won.
Yeah.
And, like, that could be, like, foretelling him getting cashed in on. And you also have the story with Seth. Once again, the reverse happening to Seth, like, karma catching up to him. And a triple, like, a random, this match betting to be a one-on-one. And late in the match, it's a triple threat where you lose your title. But yeah, like, I hope he cashes in tonight.
Yeah,
Because especially the clock is ticking, and he might be the first one to run out the clock on the Money in the Bank the briefcase. Because that pay per view is coming up in July, right, in Toronto.
You're going to that one, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
the three of us are going to that.
Yeah, nice.
Zach and
Nice.
Spencer.
Well, that'll be a good time.
Also, GC, like I knew about it because a few weeks ago, Effie spoiled it on his podcast that GCW was going to be in Toronto that weekend.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, there's a GCW show on the Friday. We are there.
Nice.
So yeah, I'm probably going to go to that GCW show as well.
Like because I had originally considered going to that, but you look at flights and then everything else, and Toronto is definitely a place where it's like to stay downtown where you might want to be. Like it costs an arm and a leg to do that, and so with that plus the flight out there, that was big money. I couldn't pull that, but like they announced West Coast Pro announced the Queen of the Indies returning this year.
Yeah.
So I'm like, yeah, let's see if I can get a ticket, then, I'll do it. And I was looking at flights, and a flight out there was just over $400 round trip to San Francisco.
Oh, geez.
So yeah. So between that and the hotel, like it's very reasonably priced. So now in the summertime, I'm going to go check out the Queen of the Indies, and Aja Kong is going to be there, and I'm just going to have a blast.
Yeah. If for those who stayed up and it wasn't a fever dream, last night you got to see a Aja Kong fight a French Canadian chicken and Cheetan. It was Cheetan, Aja Kong, and a French Canadian chicken. And then I think Microman came in right afterwards.
Of course.
Yeah.
Of course.
Because pro wrestling is the best thing on earth. And like they were leading into, I love how much that like they're leading into the exhaustion of everyone at 3 a.m. that they think everything is a fever dream.
I need to see the clusterfuck. Like that's going to be my late afternoon watching today, I think.
Yeah. Oh, it's definitely worth to watch. It was legitimately so much fun. Like you get the pops from all the different people. They definitely like played to me with Sexy Eddie and Green Phantom in there. You've got like they had like a bunch of GCW originals, and especially near the end, they lead to the heavy into the comedy. Perro was great throughout. Like he was definitely the big man who lasted like forever in that match, and they pay off a long held feud with Perro in there.
Oh, because when we did For Exposure, I was like downloading the graphics so we could run through all of them, and I think we did like about 30 graphics, but there's like 80 people in that cluster.
Yeah, I think think the last one was like 80 something. I'm like, wow, there was really that many people. Yeah, it's because like at some point there's just like a whole like group of people comes out, like 6 people came out together, and some people don't even enter the match, but they counted them. Like you come to the ring, you're part of the clusterfuck.
Yeah.
So like Frank the Clown was just there as a manager, and they counted him, and he left the building, and he was eliminated by leaving the building. As so many people do. That's one of the ways of elimination. But yeah,
I'll check that out today.
Yeah, clusterfuck is definitely worth it. But yeah, I think out of like the independent shows I watched, I think I really enjoyed For the Culture. That was a fun show. Which like I again, another highlight of talent, another thing talent that doesn't necessarily get the shots that they deserve.
Yeah.
And a great showcase there. Like all the independent shows were a lot of fun this year. I like GCW was very tight with their time this year too, which like almost like a little over 2 hours, and they're out like clean out. Nothing felt like it went over long. All the shows are fun. Like I've really been enjoying this WrestleMania week.
I think when you have as many shows as they do, you definitely have to streamline it and make it like, like boom, 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 boom. You can't be running like a 4-hour show when you've got 3 more shows later that day still to go. Like you're going to burn out the crowd because you do have so many repeat visitors through all of it.
Yeah.
So, I mean, the one thing that I love about the collective and the WrestleMania weekend is just how there always seems to be 1 or 2 wrestlers that really benefit from their showings this weekend, who really had a chance to shine, get some more eyes on them, and like just take their game up another level. So I'm very excited for the ones that got to do that this year, and just like get more exposure and get more like fans. Like that's what I love. I want them to become stars. So
Yeah, that's exactly it. Like
mm-hmm.
so many of them deserve those big contracts.
Mm-hmm.
I feel you at this point, Speedball with 12 matches in 3 days,
Yeah.
5 in 1 day is what. Like I was messaging him this morning, like right before the stream. Both him and somebody who like, there's a reason they're a power couple, but like gets lost a little bit. Is Veda called like almost every one of those shows he was on, including like a few more, and like the majority of those shows,
Mm-hmm.
like that is not as like people who you do commentary now as well. Like that is not hard. That is not easy on your voice to do one show. You see like Spencer just doing announcing, and his voice is gone for a few days, and to have that stamina to do all those shows and commentate on all those shows and make everyone look their best. Like shout out to Veda Scott, who by the way has another show to do today.
Jeez.
Like
to give an example to the like people watching, like I did 2 shows, one Friday, one Saturday. This like after the Friday one, my voice was rough, and I still had all day Saturday to do it. Sunday, no voice whatsoever. So the fact that Veda can go and like do as many shows as they're doing, like huge props to them, because it is not an easy feat.
Yeah, and with that, like Speedball doing just his Wednesday, he did 4 matches. He did 3 matches at Fightertainment, and oh yeah, just wrestled Paul London before that, and then like is an insane output he does every year. Like they're both very exhausted and deserve a long break, but like it's Speedball and Veda, so they're gonna be back at it next weekend.
Yeah.
And like it is amazing that like every year he tries to up his stakes at WrestleMania and makes everyone he wrestles look good, and just like has the like most fun matches out of any card, and is just like fully enjoying himself. Like at this point, like Speedball has within like a few years cemented himself as like a highlight of WrestleMania week.
And you think of it this way, like 12 matches, 3 days, like getting solid paydays from those, like merch sales, all this, like hopefully making a killing this weekend. And then like you would think like some wrestlers might be like, okay, busy week, we'll take next weekend off just to kind of recharge. Speedball's the kind of person that'd be like, nah, we're going to keep running this.
Yeah, Speedball legitimately loves it. That's what like people. Like,
it's great.
Yeah, but yeah, I think we're gonna wrap up soon. But like, I'm very excited for tonight. I have like, I honestly am the thing like, the world's shitty enough. We can give us this one extra win, Triple H. You can let us have just Cody Rhodes just so it can be over. Just so we can stop debating. Like, I can't do this again. I can't do this for another 6 months of deciding who's going to fucking beat Roman Reigns. Like, if you're going to build up Gunther to beat him, I can't do it. Or, like, I can't do it. Sadly, no, I can't. Like, I'm going to my brother's place to watch WrestleMania night because, like, I haven't been with that. Like, so, like, before the pandemic, I used to always watch, like, the pay-per-views with them. So it's like the first time a bunch of us are getting together to watch a pay-per-view. Like I think we watched Royal Rumble together. My brother had his birthday party because his birthday party is like around Royal Rumble, so we watched the Rumble together. But yeah, it's like our like wrestling group chats getting together to watch night 2 together.
Nice.
Tonight. I wish I was doing like I legitimately wish I was doing a Wash on it too. So I had such a good time last night.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that's awesome. I mean, I find when you watch with a group of people, it's a little bit more enjoyable too. You have everybody getting into it. Like, I mean, I love watching them by myself with people. It doesn't matter. But like when there's a group, it's especially for the big shows, it means a little bit more.
Yeah. And I will be showing them they have not seen the debut of the Easter Bunny. And they will be...
Oh, fuck, they're in for a treat.
Yeah. Actually, that's why I was messaging Speedball, because I was trying to figure out what happened first. Because we both might have independently of each other had similar mascot ideas for consecutive fightertainments. because I think like literally independent of each other. He had the idea for the chicken,
Mhm.
and I had the idea for the Easter bunny. I was trying to figure out the timeline of that. Of like, did the Easter bunny come first, or the chicken come first? But
Too bad. Too bad it wasn't the chicken or the egg coming first.
yeah, that's like I was looking at a message. I'm like, oh, dude, I have a real chicken or the egg question right here for you, bud.
What came first, the chicken or the bunny?
Yeah, but man, like from by the way, he also did Fightertainment within like he did two within like 4 days of each other,
Mhm.
three within like a week and a half of those shows on top of his like regular wrestling schedule.
Mhm.
He organized and wrote three like distinct episodes of like the Fightertainment shows, which
Mhm.
is impressive unto itself. But yeah, tonight's gonna be a lot of fun. If you're watching, I hope everyone enjoys themselves. Yeah, has a like if you're watching with people or watching alone, like have a good time. Like we will be tweeting. You can follow me at KurtSayNDG on Instagram, Twitter, and Twitch, where I'll be going live within like half an hour to play some WWE 2K24 and finish my story on showcase mode.
Somebody's finishing their story today.
Oh, for the love of God, I just want it to end. I so badly just want it to be over. I love that, like, during the press conference, like, I tweeted out, too, that the second Roman Reigns was looking for a reporter in the crowd. I'm like, he's looking for NYC Demon Diva. Like, the person whose whole brand is loving Roman Reigns and just being, like, he knows it, too. I'm like, the second he's trying to point somebody out in the crowd, like, trying to find a reporter that he wants to, I take a question from. Like, yeah, he's definitely finding her. And, like, yep, 100%.
Mhm.
And like got a reporter kicked out for booing him.
That's good.
Yeah, because she wouldn't acknowledge him. I don't know who it was. I'd like to find out like the poor person who booed Roman and got kicked out.
Mhm.
But yeah, like I'm hopeful it's going to be at least a good match and finally pay off the storyline.
Yeah, me too.
Blair, where can people find you this week? What's going on with Grainmaker Pod?
Well, I think the podcast should be back this week. I think I have an interview
yeah.
scheduled for Monday, so fingers crossed. You can find me every weekend doing For Exposure with Pluggo here on Love Wrestling. And I think, well, before I do that one, go up onto YouTube after this. After you watch Lauren's stream, go search Winnipeg Pro Wrestling. The 2-night Winnipeg Street Fighter event is up there where I'm doing commentary up there. You'll see Judas Icarus. You will see Michael Allen, Richard Clark. You will see some of North America's best wrestlers compete for the Voyager Cup. It was a lot of fun, so please go check that out. And I think later today, I'm going to stream some matches for the first time. I created a Twitch channel and everything.
Shit.
Yeah, so I think we might watch later today Big Van Walter versus El Generico because I was looking through my match list and I have that. So
Yeah.
So I will tweet out when I'm going to do that. It'll be later on this afternoon and maybe watch 2 or 3 matches and have a little bit of fun.
And that's at Grainmaker Pod, the Twitch, or
it is at the Twitch channel is GRNMKR.
oh, okay.
So I will tweet out the link a little bit later today.
I'll be sure to check that out.
Oh, yeah.
So for Blair, for Zach, and everyone here at Love Wrestling, we hope you enjoy these night 2 of WrestleMania. We will definitely be, you can follow us along on Twitter, say our live reactions. Those of us who are going to be watching are definitely going to be tweeting out a bunch of stuff and having a good time. We hope everyone enjoys themselves. Thanks everyone for hanging out in both parts of this video. Like for all the times that Spencer gives me grief about the little mistakes of like forgetting to unmute one person. I have the perfect production day, and he shuts down the stream within 3 seconds of him being on here.
Nope, start over.
Yeah. This will be 32 parts of Brunch Gimmick. I will continually pop in and end the stream.
Why
know
on
my power.
Why on the 7th was there 40s brunch streams?
Yeah.
Questions.
Yeah. Spencer got drunk with power.
It was a dark day.
Yeah. Again, thanks everyone. We'll see you right back here next week for Brunch Gimmick. Bye.